Hello, my name is Grayson Mobley. This is my oral presentation for my 2021 English 2 Writing 2 class at Madisonville Community College. I will be presenting my final research project. My research project for this class was about why international adoptions from China are so expensive and why they take so long. My thesis for my final research project was the expensiveness and lengthiness of international adoptions from China should be as high a price and as long a process as it is today. My research project was split into two main sections, the first section being why the cost of adoption is so high, and then the second part is why the process of adoption is so long. All of this is specifically geared towards international adoptions from America to China and just adopting babies from there. And so the cost of adoption is ultimately $40,000, with the baby being $18,000, and then the housing, airfare, travel, extras, and an interpreter, because I'm assuming the family adopting will need an interpreter, is separate from the baby. And whenever the family gets to China to adopt the baby, there has to be like unbanded, uncirculated bills coming straight from the bank. And then the adoption agency costs a good amount of money depending on where you're adopting from. The second part of my research essay was why the process takes so long, and generically speaking, an international adoption from China going all through the Hague Convention will take roughly 12 to 15 months. I interviewed a first-hand account of a woman who adopted a baby from China, and she said that she applied for adoption in January of 2004 and adopted her daughter in March of 2005, so that's about 14 months. There are about 6 steps to go through, including applying for adoption, getting approved through the adoption agency that the potential family is wanting to adopt from, approving of the child wanting to be adopted through the Hague Convention. Everything is through the Hague Convention. Traveling there, adopting the baby, staying in China a set amount of days, and then coming home with your with the child and applying for a visa and citizenship. And that takes about 17 days from getting the baby to applying for citizenship in these states. Many people wonder why the process of adoption takes so long and why it's so expensive. Well, whenever China opened up international adoptions in the 90s, they had a few cases of scammed adoptions where desperate brokers would put babies up for adoption and then scam American families and Western families into thinking that they're getting a baby who is through the Hague Convention. So the Hague Convention was developed, and the process has taken long ever since then. And moreover, the cost of adoption takes so long because you need to have enough money to adopt a child, so you should have enough money to raise the child, because the cost doesn't end whenever the baby is adopted. You have to raise the child. An interesting source or find that I came upon while doing my research project was I learned all of the costs of adoption. I didn't realize that it was that expensive. I knew it was expensive, but I didn't know it was that expensive, because I am adopted myself and I was adopted from China, so this topic hits close to home. And I interviewed my mom, and she went through all of the costs, and I was just genuinely surprised. In conclusion, the cost of adoption is so high and the process takes so long because adoption agencies want to be thorough and want to see if the family that the baby is going into is eligible, so the future of the child is not at risk. And I highly suggest adoption. Thank you.